In a quiet coastal town lived a young man named Karan. He was bright, full of passion, and dreamed of doing something meaningful with his life. Karan wasn't rich, but he had a sharp mind and a heart full of ambition. There was just one thing holding him back. He talked too much about his dreams. Whether it was starting a business, writing a book, or changing careers, Karan shared every new idea with anyone who would listen. He believed that speaking about his plans would keep him accountable and attract support. At first it worked. People admired his bold dreams, friends cheered him on, family members beamed with pride. But time passed, and nothing really changed. Karan remained stuck. His projects never took off. His ideas never moved beyond words. One day, feeling defeated after another failed attempt, Karan visited an old bookstore in town. There, he met Mr. Mehra, the owner, a quiet, observant man in his 60s who had seen Karan grow up. "You've always had great ideas, Karan," Mr. Mehra said, sipping tea. "But why do they always fade away?" Karan sighed. "I don't know. I get excited at first. I plan everything. I tell people. But somehow the motivation dies." Mr. Mehra leaned back and said, "Let me tell you a true story. Many years ago, there was a man named Samir," he began. Samir came from nothing, no money, no connections. But he had one dream: to open a chain of bakeries across the state. He didn't tell anyone, not even his closest friends. Every morning while others slept, he baked bread in a small rented kitchen. Every evening, he studied business on his own. Years passed. Quietly, Samir opened one bakery, then 2, then 10. By the time people noticed, he was already a success. When asked why he never shared his dream, he said, "Words are like sparks, too many sparks, and you burn out before the fire can grow. I wanted a steady flame, so I worked in silence." Karan stared at Mr. Mehra, speechless. Mr. Mehra added gently, "Sometimes, talking about your goals tricks the brain into thinking you've already achieved them. The praise feels like a reward, and you stop chasing the real one." That night, Karan went home and deleted all his social media posts about big things coming. He stopped telling his friends what he was going to do and began actually doing it. He woke up earlier, studied harder, saved money quietly, failed silently, learned quickly, and slowly, things began to change. 6 months later, Karan launched a small online store selling handcrafted items. No big announcement, just quiet effort. One customer at a time. A year passed. The store grew. Investors noticed. Partnerships formed. By the second year, Karan's brand was known across the region, but no one could recall when or how it started. It had just appeared. One evening, an old friend asked, "Karan, how did you suddenly become so successful?" Karan smiled and replied, "It wasn't sudden. I just stopped talking and started building." Moral of the story: not every plan needs a spotlight. Let your success be your voice. In a world that talks too much, silence can be your greatest power. Speak less, act more,